Quote, "Overvaulting ambition perishes." Meaning of the quote. The quote implies that ambition, when it exceeds natural limits or becomes reckless, can destroy the very personal purpose it was meant to elevate. It emphasizes that ambition in itself is not dangerous, but overreaching ambition, the kind that ignores wisdom, balance, and ethical boundaries, often leads to downfall. Vaulting refers to leaping or striving too high. When someone's desire to achieve becomes obsessive or inflated beyond reason, it can backfire. The energy that drives success, if not grounded, may become the force that causes collapse. Spiritual perspective. From a spiritual lens, this quote is a reminder that growth must be aligned with inner harmony. When the soul, or inner self, seeks growth purely for power, fame, or material dominance, without regard for others or without inner maturity, it begins to unravel. Spiritually, every being has a path. Ambition is healthy when it's aligned with purpose, compassion, and awareness. But when driven by ego, comparison, or greed, it disconnects one from the essence of life: balance, service, and presence. Ambition should not overpower the spirit, it should serve it. Overreaching causes internal dissonance, emotional turmoil, anxiety, disconnection from one's values. Such ambition can lead to spiritual exhaustion or even moral decay, resulting in emptiness rather than fulfillment. Scientific perspective. Science, particularly psychology and neuroscience, offers insights into the costs of unbridled ambition. 1. Cognitive overload and burnout. Pushing beyond one's cognitive and physical limits for prolonged periods, driven by excessive ambition, leads to stress, poor decision-making, and ultimately burnout. The brain's executive functions deteriorate under chronic stress, impacting reasoning, creativity, and emotional regulation. 2. Dopamine feedback loop. Ambition is fueled by dopamine, the brain's reward neurotransmitter. When someone becomes addicted to success or achievement, their brain can become desensitized, pushing them to take bigger risks for lesser satisfaction. This feedback loop is similar to addiction, leading to impulsivity, ethical shortcuts, and emotional instability. 3. Sociobiology and evolution. In the natural world, overly aggressive or ambitious individuals in a group often provoke backlash. Leaders who overextend their power tend to be removed, isolated, or defeated. Thus, biology favors adaptive ambition, striving with cooperation and foresight, not destructive domination. 4. Systems theory. In complex systems, including organizations or ecosystems, overexpansion without balance often leads to collapse. Whether it's a company growing too fast, a population exceeding resources, or a person pushing beyond limits, the system destabilizes and eventually fails. Let's bring this wisdom to life through a small story. The tale of the climbing flame. Once in a vast, silent desert, there lived a flame inside a lantern. This flame had always wanted to reach the stars. Night after night it stared up at the heavens, dreaming of burning brighter than any celestial light. One day the flame found a way to leap beyond the lantern. It consumed fuel faster, stretching itself higher, leaping toward the sky with all its might. It grew taller, fiercer, more radiant, until it became uncontrollable. But in its desperate climb, the flame consumed all its fuel. Without a base to sustain it, it flickered, faltered, and then vanished. The night returned to silence. The stars remained where they always were. Had the flame stayed within the lantern, burning steadily, nourishing others in the dark, it could have lived a long, meaningful life. how it applies to our everyday life. This quote holds timeless relevance in today's hyper-competitive, fast-paced world. We are often taught to go big, never settle, and push beyond limits. While ambition is essential for progress, overvaulting ambition, the kind that ignores rest, relationships, ethics, and inner well-being, is often self-defeating. In career, pursuing career success at the cost of health or integrity may bring short-term gains, but often leads to burnout, job dissatisfaction, or ethical compromise. A more sustainable path involves pacing oneself, building relationships, and growing with integrity. In relationships, in personal lives, overreaching in expectations, wanting partners, children, or friends to fulfill unrealistic ideals, can strain or destroy bonds. Emotional ambition must be tempered with empathy and patience. In health, people chasing extreme physical transformations without proper guidance or balance can harm their bodies. Mental health suffers when ambition ignores rest and reflection. In education, students pushing themselves beyond healthy limits for grades or recognition may lose the joy of learning and develop anxiety or identity crises. Ambition, when grounded in purpose, humility, and self-awareness, is a force for good. It drives evolution, creativity, and excellence. But when it becomes a race to dominate, to outshine at all costs, it often collapses under its own pressure. Overvaulting ambition perishes is a timeless warning and a gentle invitation to strive wisely, walk mindfully, and remember that the highest flight is one sustained by balance, not just fire. Thank you for joining this exploration of wisdom. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights into timeless truths. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every great idea begins with a strong foundation. See you in the next episode.